What does it take to create a television phenomenon that mixes martial arts, cowboy justice, and moral lessons? Combine a leading man who can deliver a roundhouse kick as easily as a life lesson, and you've got Walker, Texas Ranger. But how did this unique show dominate primetime for nearly a decade, transcend cultural boundaries, and leave an indelible legacy? Buckle up, because this is the origin story of Walker, Texas Ranger.
Chuck Norris is coming to CBS as Walker, Texas Ranger. Is your screen big enough? Series premiere Wednesday.
The television landscape of the 90s was a diverse one, where sitcoms like Friends shared airtime with crime dramas like Law & Order. But amid these familiar genres came a show that defied categorization: Walker, Texas Ranger. Part martial arts spectacle, part old school western, and part morality tale, the series brought something wholly unique to the screen. Starring Chuck Norris as the titular Texas Ranger, the series ran from 1993 to 2001, airing over 200 episodes and becoming a global sensation. But how did Walker grow from a risky pitch to one of the most iconic TV series of its era? The story of Walker, Texas Ranger begins not on television, but in the movie theater. By the 1980s, Chuck Norris was already a well-established action star, known for his roles in films like The Delta Force and Missing in Action. However, it was the 1983 film Lone Wolf McQuade that laid the groundwork for Walker. The movie starred Norris as a rugged Texas Ranger, fighting crime with a mix of fists, kicks, and cowboy grit. Audiences loved the character, and Norris credited the film with expanding his career into mainstream action roles. Fast forward to the early 90s, producers Leslie Greif and Paul Haggis saw the potential to translate the Lone Ranger-style character into a television series. They envisioned a modern western that retained the grit of classic cowboy tales while incorporating martial arts, a nod to Norris's expertise. However, selling the idea wasn't easy. Networks were hesitant about the show's unusual premise, unsure if audiences would connect with its hybrid of genres. But Norris's star power was undeniable, and CBS finally greenlit the project.
My name is Trevette. I'm a Texas Ranger. I work with Cordell Walker. But let's get one thing straight. I'm not his sidekick. That's his sidekick.
2-hour series premiere Wednesday, April 21st.
At its core, Walker, Texas Ranger was a character-driven show, and its cast brought the series to life. Chuck Norris played Cordell Walker, a Texas Ranger with a no-nonsense approach to justice. Raised by his uncle, an American Indian named Ray Firewalker, Walker carried a strong sense of honor and morality that defined his every action. Walker wasn't alone in his quest for justice. His partner, Jimmy Trevette, played by Clarence Gilliard, offered a modern counterpoint to Walker's old-school ways. A former Dallas Cowboys player turned lawman, Trevette relied on technology and humor to get the job done, often serving as the comic relief in the duo's dynamic. Then there was Alex Cahill, played by Cherie J. Wilson. As the Tarrant County Assistant District Attorney, Alex was more than just a love interest for Walker. She was a formidable character in her own right, balancing her professional duties with her personal relationship with the stoic Ranger. Finally, there was C.D. Parker, portrayed by Noble Willingham. A retired ranger and owner of CD's Bar and Grill, he served as a mentor and father figure to Walker and Trevette. His wisdom, warmth, and humor provided a grounding presence in the show's high-stakes drama. Unlike many primetime shows filmed in Hollywood, Walker, Texas Ranger was shot entirely on location in Texas. This decision added a layer of authenticity that set the series apart. The sweeping landscapes, bustling cities, and small-town charm of the Lone Star State became an integral part of the show's identity. Chuck Norris's actual Texas residence even doubled as Walker's home, further blurring the lines between the actor and the character. However, filming on location wasn't without its challenges. The unpredictable weather and logistical hurdles of shooting in multiple locations required careful planning. Despite these obstacles, the commitment to authenticity paid off, grounding the show in a tangible sense of place.
I know that one already.
One of the hallmarks of Walker, Texas Ranger was its unique blend of action and morality. Each episode delivered high-octane fight scenes choreographed by Chuck Norris himself, often showcasing his signature roundhouse kick in slow motion. These sequences weren't just thrilling, they were a reflection of Norris's martial arts philosophy, emphasizing discipline, respect, and justice. But the action was only part of the show's appeal. Walker was deeply rooted in moral storytelling, addressing social issues like drug addiction, bullying, and domestic violence. Each episode reinforced a clear message: good would always triumph over evil, and integrity was non-negotiable.
In the eyes of a ranger.
By its sixth season, Walker Texas Ranger was pulling in over 10 million viewers a week. It was also a global phenomenon, airing in over 100 countries and gaining a dedicated following worldwide. However, the show wasn't without its detractors. Critics often dismissed it as formulaic and overly sentimental. TV Guide famously roasted the series in a satirical piece, calling it corny and predictable. But for fans, these criticisms missed the point. Walker wasn't trying to be edgy or complex. It was a throwback to a simpler kind of storytelling, where heroes were noble and villains got what they deserved.
Rip your bloody head off.
Early in the series, Walker drove a GMC Sierra, but by the third season, Dodge became the show's official vehicle sponsor. Dodge vehicles featured prominently in the series, with Walker's colleagues also driving Chrysler models. The success of Walker led to several spin-offs and expansions. In 1999, Chuck Norris produced Sons of Thunder, a short-lived series about two private investigators in Texas. While it didn't achieve the same level of success, it showcased the franchise's potential for growth. In 2005, the TV movie Walker, Texas Ranger Trial by Fire brought the series back for one last adventure. However, the film ended on a shocking cliffhanger, with Alex Cahill critically injured in a courthouse shooting. Plans for a follow-up were scrapped, leaving fans with unanswered questions. The 2021 reboot, simply titled Walker, reimagined the series for a new generation. Starring Jared Padalecki, the reboot took a more grounded approach, focusing on family dynamics and modern issues. While it lacked the martial arts flair of the original, it paid homage to the legacy of Cordell Walker.
Rescue when his buddy's girl is kidnapped by the mob.
I'll get her out of there.
An all-new Walker, Saturday.
At its core, Walker Texas Ranger wasn't just about fighting crime, it was about standing for something. It celebrated values like courage, integrity, and community, offering a hero who believed in doing what was right no matter the cost. For millions of viewers, the show was a beacon of hope, reminding them that justice could prevail and goodness was worth fighting for. Decades later, its legacy endures, proving that sometimes all you need to solve a problem is a cowboy hat, a Dodge Ram, and a well-timed roundhouse kick. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content.